Hey everyone, a little bit different setting from last time. This is actually the spot where I have been doing my morning meditation, which is actually something really new for me. It's a new tactic that I am trying to build a daily habit of, and so far I've been really enjoying it and it's been helping me a lot. Maybe I'll talk about that sometime once I get my bearings about me a little bit more. But there's never a bad time to start something new that will help you. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about whether or not people change. And this topic is one of great debate, I would say. I've been privy to many a conversation where people say, no, people don't change, they always stay the same, they'll always be who they are. And I, on the contrary, believe the opposite is true. I believe that people do change. So last night I was watching the season premiere of The Bachelorette with a girlfriend, and we were talking about all sorts of things during the commercial breaks, but one of the conversations that we got onto was, as we get older, we can't tolerate scary movies. Can't sleep without imagining a masked man scaling the side of the house to the second story with a chainsaw. And another thing happened last night where I'm up in the middle of the night and I'm thinking and reminiscing back to a day not that long ago when I could sleep through the night 100% of the time under any circumstance without waking up. And now I'm up at least once a night to pee. At least. I'm just kidding, you guys. In all seriousness, I want to talk about life events that change people. And people, I think, can change for the better and the worse. So that's something to get straight right off the bat. And of course, there are amazing life events that can change people. Maybe you've gone to a workshop that really inspired you and it got you started on a new career path. A great example is having a child. I think there are plenty of people who have become significantly better human beings after they had a child. And that's obviously a wonderful experience. But unfortunately, more often than not, I would say that it's the tough stuff that really changes people. And there comes another piece of misguided advice that I feel like people kind of throw out there. And they say, well, don't let that stuff change you. Don't allow it to change you. Just because you're going through something difficult doesn't mean that you should let it change who you are. Well, newsflash, it will change you. It is going to change you. There is no sense in perpetuating the falsehood that you are going to be able to endure traumas in life without letting them change you. And if you continue trying to go on with that thinking, then you're left with the issue of, I've gone through a trauma, it has changed me, now I've got to pretend that it hasn't, and I'm also racked with guilt because of that. So instead, I think that we need to focus on controlling how these things change us, and that is something that we have control over to a certain extent. And I shared one of these inspirational quote memes the other day. This is just like a sidebar. I love those things. If you love them too, plaster those suckers everywhere. There is no harm in spreading positive messaging, no matter how corny or cheesy you might think it is, in a world where we are way too bogged down by awful news and uneducated debates and way too much hate spewing. So post away. I love those inspirational quotes. Anyway, I digress. The one that I posted was about this topic exactly. And it was about the fact that things will happen in your life that will change you. And instead of letting them harden you or letting them create a negative outlook within your own mind, let them change you for the better. And I know with me, for example, my mom's passing has already changed me, and it's only been a few months, but I'm trying to harness it for the better, to do things that, in my case, to do things that I didn't previously have the confidence to do, like starting this channel. Really to push myself outside of my comfort zone, because life is short. And there's no better time than today to do something that could turn out really great and just push through that discomfort. So there's all sorts of ways that we can do this, but the main goal is change our mindset first. Let these things teach us compassion. Let them teach us to appreciate the things that we do have in our life. But most of all, let them motivate you. Let your hardships be your greatest pathway to success. Let them inspire you to do things differently, to do things better. And amazing things can happen. Try to eradicate the negative thoughts and reminders from your life. And at the same time, try to hold on to positive memories and things that make you feel good. So again, using my mom as an example, I've already tried to incorporate so many things into my daily life that remind me and sort of keep her memory alive. For me, it's pretty things in nature. So if I see a rainbow or a random tree frog shows up on my terrace, or there's an amazing full moon, I try to savor those moments. And it might seem silly to other people, but I feel my mom's presence in those occurrences. And so I try to just pour focus into those things when they pop up. And if you don't know where to start, or you need help figuring out how to take these situations and harness them to change your life for the better, you don't have to do it alone. Find someone or something that helps you. A therapist, a mentor, a yoga instructor, a life coach, a transformational breath facilitator, a friend who will hold you accountable, plant medicine, meditation. There are all sorts of resources just floating around. You just need to get past the, oh, well, that won't work for me. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it worked for those people because of this, but it won't work for me because of this. And you just need to push past that comfort zone bubble that we all have that is so pesky and holds us back from doing things that are going to make our life better, and just do it. After you get through the initial plunge, everything gets easier. So seek help out if you need it, because there is no better motivation than feeling like you've been knocked down and then getting back up and being able to say, look what I did. And going back to last night, I am an avid Bachelor Nation fan. People change, okay, but not that much. And first of all, let me say I absolutely love Rachel. I'm so looking forward to seeing this season unfold. And last night's episode was a perfect catalyst for this topic, because one of the guys that she has on the show is from her past. And I think that she said that she was his camp counselor or something like that. And all she can remember about him, and all she can see when she looks at him, is that he was such a bad kid. And she just feels like she can't really erase it. And so in the spirit of affirming that people can change for the better, I would just throw out there, Rachel, I am rooting for you, but give this guy a chance. There are so many great guys that I think it will be a really interesting season, but definitely give him a chance and don't let his past stick in your brain that way. And then lastly, I would really like to be able to start a dialogue with this channel. So feel free to leave in the comments below if you've been through something difficult lately. Tell us about the different ways that you're trying to harness it and see the positive and make things better. And at the same time, if you're struggling with it, let me know that too. I would love to hear about what everyone is going through. And feel free to leave me some suggestions as well on future topics that you might want to talk about, because I would love to hear your suggestions.